Hey there, Flosstube. It's been a while and I'm trying something completely different. I'm trying to film on my phone for the first time. I got a new phone. I'm hoping that means that there's enough space for me to actually do a podcast. And if anyone knows anything about lengthening your podcast or what you need to do for extra memory and such, that would be lovely. So I'm experimenting with Flosstube because that's probably the least I have to talk about. And there's still a fair bit. I'm sorry it's been so long. Meet Kachansky. She wants the string so bad. So, the last time you saw me, I think, was when I got back from Canada? Yes? Maybe? Before Christmas? After Christmas? We went to Utah, and I went to Shepherd's Bush, so there will be some haul here. But let me just show you what I've been working on. The first thing that's seen a fair bit of work I'm very proud about, and I'm getting so much closer to being done. I'll take the clips off for you, is the deer heart. And I'm kind of organized, but again, I'm not where I usually film, so I'm trying. This is my living room. That's my living room window. So here's what deer heart looks like. It's a Kathy Barrick. You've seen it many, many times before. And I'm getting close to being done. There she is. She has a butt, and there's a leaf, and the second flower. So basically, this side mirrors this side mirrors this side. So that's where I'm at with that. So yeah, I have flowers. I have a couple of flowers. Oh wait, there's a big flower on one side, not on the other. That's right, there isn't. That's because the head is there. So I have 2 flowers to go, basically, and a couple of little things. And I am using the DMC on this one. I am not doing the MPI silks because that's not happening. No, you cannot have it. No, you cannot have it. But I'm getting close. I'm loving that. This is something I would like to finish relatively quickly, just because I am so close, and I think a finish would really push me into overdrive, which would be nice. As you can see over here, I've got my giant Pokemon one. There. Which I want to get back to. I want to get back to my big ones, but I haven't been able to get the stand out and actually concentrate on it. So that's really what's been worked on. I think there's been a little bit of work on the Bubble Fairy cat face since you saw her last. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll show her to you again. Which is in honor of my lovely Frank. And when I am done, I will do one for Petrie and one for Beetle. It's very Frankish. Maybe that's why I'm having trouble working on this one. But I'm seriously at the point where I don't have that much left to go. Got it all in my bag over here. I've got 5.5 columns to finish. She's by Carrie Hawks, Heaven and Earth, quick stitch. This is how long it takes me to do a quick stitch. It's forever, but whatever. As long as I enjoy it, right? Stitching bug is starting to come back. It's trying. There we go. There we go. I had my gallbladder removed at the end of January, and thusly I couldn't stitch because I set everything right here on me, and I had let me just stutter a few more times. That was where they cut me open. They don't cut you all the way open anymore. They just do it laparoscopically, but I had 4 sites. And so it was very hard. I couldn't stitch because I couldn't put anything on my stomach. I also had a hard time knitting, which, like, basically all my crafting went out the window, and I read a crap ton of books. And there's nothing wrong with that. Also, here's my giant bag of everything I need for this one. Do I have the picture in here? I do. I probably got some work since you last saw it, because I did work on it, and then I just didn't record on the Angel of Peace by Lavender and Lace. She looks like that, and I love her, and she's a stitch along, and I'm sorry, I'm sucking at the stitch along. I have reasons, but So that's the top. That's how far I got. And it's weird to be doing 3/2. Is it 3/2? I think it's 3/2. It's weird. I think you do 3/2 on everything, and then it's 1/1 for the face and hands if you want. 3/2, yeah. Let me just say that one more time. You can do 3/2 for the hands and face, but it's also charted for 1/1, and I'll probably do the 1/1 for the face and hands because I like that. But that's how far I've gotten. And I've had to unpick a few bits, and so my brain has not been there. I don't want to do it when my brain's not there. The Kathy Barrick is on Plum Street Paddock Linen, 32 count. This one is on 32 count Blue Spruce, which is what it's called for. I believe it's a Zweigart. And the Quick Stitch is on a 14 count piece of scrap Ada I had from... I bought a giant box of Ada off of Etsy. It was a fabric seller who just had like a box of odds and ends, and there were some huge, massive pieces of Ada. Like, I think there was an 18 count piece that was over 60 inches long, not tall. So I totally scooped it up because it was like 15 bucks. So I'm still using those. Although now I'm like really into the whole... I'm getting more and more into the lower counts, but I still love Ada. Like, I'm all about it. My mom is all about the Ada too. And if you're a crossover from the knitting community, you'll know when I say I'm drinking San Marco that means Karen basically indoctrinated me into the cult. And San Marco is a coffee company that does flavored coffees, and you can order them online. And this is the Milky Bar, which is supposed to taste like Milky Way, and it does. I've also tried the raspberry cream, which is the bomb, and lemon or key lime pie, which is also amazing. I have a couple more to try yet. Okay, so those are the things that I've worked on since you last saw them. And then I have two things that are in the queue next, which I will show you, and then we'll show you some enhancements. So in the queue next, things I want to be working on next are, this was a start I did for Stitch Mania 2 years ago now, so I feel like she needs to come back out, and that's Winter in My Garden. I have all 4 of these now, so thanks to my husband buying me one while he was deployed, because he's such a sweetheart. So I really want to get these done because I think that they would just make a really great piece for a hallway somewhere when we have a big hallway eventually someday. And because it was Stitch Mania, this is exactly how much it got started. I believe this is MGC Textiles. Not 100% sure, but I like it. If it gives me too much trouble, I have no problem changing the background color. That was a car. So, and I know it's not a popular one to pick, the MGC, but if it doesn't give me any trouble and I want to do it for all 4, it'll work, which is kind of why I picked it. I like ease. Ease works for me right now. Just easy. And then I got a bunch of these from my mom. Sorry, there's going to be crinkling all the way through. She ordered a bunch of kits from Amazon, but she didn't know that they would come. This is a cute little owl, and he's adorable. It's a dimension kit. And it came like this. So it's the pre-printed on the really wide stuff, and she doesn't like that at all. So she had a couple of these, and I took them home because I will do any craft except tatting. That's my limit, tatting. I've decided that. Tatting and weaving. I've tried weaving, and I just don't weave. Okay, so I had a text pop up, and that completely ruined everything. I'm hopeful I can just splice these together in iMovie. I'm not 100% sure, but let's just keep going. So yeah, the only thing I won't do is weave or tat. There's probably more things, but we'll get to them when I get to them. But this I will totally do. So that's in the queue for something I want to do once I finish things, or you just need to start, because sometimes you just need to start, right? I've got so many that I want to finish that I've started that I'm just, yeah. Okay, so up next, we went to Shepherd's Bush. My in-laws are in Utah, and we went to visit them. Hubby got to go home and see his family, and so we went to Shepherd's Bush we did a couple knitting stores as well. So I got a few things. Also, this did not come from Shepherd's Bush, and it's got a $2.65 sticker from Walmart, but I got it for way cheaper at Goodwill, and it's a sealed Care Bears, which I love because 80s, hello. Okay, so the rest is from Shepherd's Bush. While we were there, one of the things I noticed that I really do need more of, or rather, I've got a lot of patterns. There is no shortage of patterns in my life, but I don't have a lot of fabric. So I picked up 2 pieces of fabric because holy crap, were they reasonably priced. And so this is linen in Confederate gray. It's 18 by 18 and it's a 32 count piece. That's true to color right there. And then I got a Joblin in Desert Stone, which is 14 by 18 on 28 counts. And both of these were like under 10 bucks. So how could you say no? Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that marbling. That's awesome. So I picked those up because I have no idea what I'll use them for. But they were so pretty. You could not pick them up, right? And then I have a slight obsession with whales. So I saw this. It's 12 colors. And I just really liked it. So I picked it up. It's by Tom Taylor? Tom Taylor? Yeah, Tom Taylor. Fine Arts Graphics. Gift of Nature. There you go. Orca. There's a bunch of ones on the back that you can also get. None of which really entertained me so much as the orcas did. And because if you see a prairie moon, you have to buy it. I think there's a contractual obligation somewhere in my life that I have to do it. And they had bone cheeks, and I don't have bone cheeks, and I needed it because Dia de los Muertos. It's a beautiful skull. I want to do it. Of course, I won't be doing it in the Gloriana it calls for. I'll be doing it in DMC, but either way, how could you not? It's 99 high by 79 wide. I love it. How can you not love that? So I picked that up too. I'm hoping to get back into the whole Flosstube thing. I hope that my stitchy bug comes back a bit. It has been coming back more and more. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So here's to hoping that I can actually piece all this together and put it up, and it will be nice if I can use my phone because it seems to have much better quality than my webcam, and I don't feel like buying a new webcam. So there you have it. Bye, Flosstube.